Alrighty traders, so today we're going to be talking about the stock market update. Is there a Trump rally coming? Last time Trump was elected to become president, we got a really big rally out of the markets. Are we about to see the same thing again? I'm also going to talk about the fear and greed index and what's it saying right now. I'm going to look at gold and silver. Guys, I'm telling you right now, there is still a lot of danger with this gold market here. And one thing you want to be doing is you want to make sure that you if you're trading the markets anyway, just be smart about the way that you are approaching these markets, okay? Right now is not the time to be gambling or guessing. No, we're going to talk about the fear and greed index when it comes to gold as well too. Bitcoin is at 100K. Oil, I'm still seeing a big oil crash coming, a really big oil crash coming. And then also, to finish off today, I want to talk to you about the one thing to start doing today that will help you remove some of your emotions when it comes to your trading. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so before I do get started today, let me start off with this one quote here before I get into the markets. Because I think it's going to really help you, especially some people with you today. And the thing is, like, how has your trading gone through this year? Have you found it hard? Have you found it tough? Have you found it challenging through this year? For me personally, I'm having a phenomenal trading year when it comes to the returns I've done. The percent return of my account has done really well as well too. I don't want to talk numbers because I don't want to say, oh, that you can do this as well too. I've been trading the markets now for 20 years, okay? And the number one thing that I can say is, if you found it hard this year, that's probably gonna come down to the point of where I guarantee you that if you found it hard this year with your trading, that I guarantee you it's because that you're focusing on too many systems, too many approaches, and not really honing in and becoming a master of one. I've had a phenomenal trading year, and I really only trade one type of approach, one type of trading setup when it comes to my trading. So I really want to sort of guide you down that path. But if you are having a bit of a hard time, if you never give up, good luck will find you. When we grow and change, we get better results. But going through that change and growth is hard and painful. It's like breaking through a glass ceiling. It's going to hurt and you're going to get cut. You realize your habits need to change, the way you're thinking is wrong, and you get a big reality check. Because most people think it's going to be easy. When they feel this pain, they stop and retreat. I see that so many people actually trade the markets, right? They get in, they think it's going to be easy, they lose a lot of money. They say, this is a scam, this is crap, the market's rigged, blah, 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 blame the coach, blame the course, blame the markets, blame the government, blame. And then they go back to their job, which they're going to complain and whinge and whine about why they're never going to get ahead in life, okay? Stop, don't do that, right? Don't do that. But those who say, yes, change is hard, right? Trading the market is difficult initially because you don't know what to focus on, what to do, how to focus on the market, how do the markets even operate? It's painful. And it's not meant to be easy. And this uncomfortable feeling you're feeling right now is a normal part of me going to another level. So don't quit, don't stop. You're on your way. And when you don't quit, good luck will find you. You're building momentum and you're closer to your dreams than you think. Just like the water well, when you pump the water, nothing comes out for a while. But when you don't stop, after a while, it flows in abundance. And that's what I found in my own personal trading, right? My own personal trading, I've been trading markets now for 20 years. And that's when it comes to the way that I do I have a coaching program, a 12-month coaching program, link in the description if you want to apply for that. But the thing about me is that I'm always trying to say, how do I take the last 20 years and condense that down into 12 months for people to learn, right? But the thing is for you, is I want you to realize that initially when you get involved with the markets, okay, when I got involved with the markets initially and I started to trade the markets, I had no idea what to focus on, right? And if you're new to the markets, if you're only been trading the markets now for say a couple of years, okay, you're still in your infancy stage of understanding these markets, understanding how to truly get ahead in the market. How does a successful trader think? What is the mindset? What is the risk management? What is the discipline of a successful trader? Most people just say, give me a good trading system and I'm going to be successful. I give you a good trading system, which I teach you for free in that trading course link in the description there, or in the Master Trader Lab, 95% off. But I teach you the trading system, but guess what? And then you don't stick to the trading system, right? You're all over the place. So all I do say is that if you are absolutely serious about getting this in the market, you can do it. But guess what? You're going to go through a lot of bumps and roads and so on and so forth. And this is why only a few percent of people who ever do any programs, even including mine, become really successful at trading. Why? It's because initially you're going to get a few bumps, right? You might have a few losing trades, even when you do sign up to a coaching program, right? But through those few losing trades, and same thing for me, through many years of doing some really dumbass shit in the markets, I started figuring out what was the thing that I was doing wrong, what was I doing right, and I started to build momentum, right? And the thing is that if you are having a hard year this year, then there's two sort of roads you can go down here, okay? There's two sort of roads you can go down here. One, you can go down the road of what most people do, and they blame and complain and whinge and whine. And put it this way, if you are down that path of, it's the government, it's this, it's the coach, it's the system, all these marketing courses out there are rigged, and and they're a scam and so on and so forth. If you are that type of person, well, you're never going to achieve your dreams, right? Because when you look at a successful person, what do they say? Invest in your education, invest in books, invest in programs so you can learn, right? Because people, again, for example, people that do my coaching, the thing is that, you can take 20 years to figure this shit out for yourself, or you can invest some money and shortcut your process. You know what I mean? So the whole thing is, I really wanted to start off this session here for you because I really want to sort of guide you down the path is you can do this, right? You really, really, really can do this. But there are some things you need to understand about the truth about how to get ahead in the markets. And a lot of the time, our thinking is wrong about the facts about getting ahead. Our thinking is wrong. And one of the, for example, right? For example, our thinking about trading the markets and making good money from trading, one example of that is what? One example of that is that we think, okay, I'm going to the job that I have my job and I make $1,000 a week. Okay, I'm now going to the market to try to make $1,000 a week. That thinking is wrong. Why? Because with every set of systems that you trade, guess what? Some weeks are going to be active. Some months are going to be active. Some months are going to be explosive in profits, and some months you might not have many trades, or some months you might actually just have a small little loss, or a loss that year or that month. But if you look at it from a yearly point of view, I always say that if you can understand the nature of how trading full-time really is, and for me, trading full-time is an hour per day. That's all I trade per day, guys. Like once you know what to look for, the system, the strategies that have the scans set up for you, I only personally trade 1 hour per day, right? That's all I trade. I used to trade 6, 7, 8, 9 hours a day, right? And if you want to learn more about the actual trading system, in that free trading course link in the description, I teach you for free, right? I give you my system for free. Just go learn it. But the thing is that I now make more money trading less time than I used to trade those times through there. So I wanted to start off with today's videos for you. You can see the timestamps in these videos and so on and so forth. But I wanted to start off this video for you by going down this path. But I really want you guys to get ahead, right? And I really want you to have. But a lot of the times we need to call out our own bullshit, right? We need to call out our own bullshit about how we're actually thinking about our trading, how we're approaching our trading. And if we actually want to get ahead in life, we must say, I am screwing up here. My approach, my thinking, my strategies, how I'm trading the markets, whether I'm disciplined enough or I'm consistent enough, or maybe I'm just not patient enough waiting for the system. There is a growth learning period that comes through trading. And if you are one of those people that says, yes, I'm doing something wrong here and I need to change because I want to get better, well, then you're on the right path. Unfortunately, most people who trade the markets, there's always the blaming and whinging and whining and blah, 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 right? So for me personally, I'm just like, okay, if I do that secondary, blame, whinge, whine, rigged, coaches, scams, courses, blah, 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 well, guess what? I'm never going to take personal responsibility. I'm never going to change, and I'm never going to get the results. Right? So for me, I'm just like, well, if I have to change, for things to change, for my results to change, I have to change. I have to change the way that I'm thinking about this. I have to change my approach. I have to change my strategy. I have to change everything I'm doing. If I actually want to get a different result, I must do something different. And then we can go down that path. So anyway, traders, I wanted to start off with this video here, a bit of a coaching video for you. If you never give up, good luck will find you. So let's actually get into the actual market update from here now. And let's actually check out what's going on across the actual market. So let's actually start off with the Dow Jones. And the Dow Jones right now, guys, is actually getting a little bit of on this sort of short-term analysis here, this last little sort of 6 months from here. What's happening right now? Okay, last little 6 months, we can see we're actually still in a very nice upward trend, but we're just getting a little bit of a drop through here. I believe this drop is going to be very short-lived. We may get a little bit more downside to come, but I believe from now through the rest of this sort of week, I'm seeing a bit of a flattening out period. Now, I talked about how that we may get a Trump rally coming soon, right? We talked about maybe getting a Trump rally. And the reason why I bring that up is because if I go back to these weekly charts here, look at this here. The last time if Trump does get elected, this is what happened through here. That's what happened after Trump was being elected. Actually, this breakout bar through here was when Trump was being elected. Now, the question for you guys is this. Leave a comment in the comment section below, right? Do you think there's going to be a Trump rally? Do you think Trump's going to win? Or do you think not? It's like, for me personally, I'm vouching for Trump. I really like Trump. I really liked, and even if you don't like, I don't like his hair, whatever, okay, whatever, right? One of the reasons why I like Trump is what? What a role model for us males. Of fighting and never giving up and keep going and keep pushing forward. That's why I like Trump, because he's a great role model for me. It's like, if you want to get ahead in life, guess what? You are going to get some shit thrown at you. But how do you stand up in the middle of that shit and say, fight? That's why I like Trump. Maybe little wussy boys out there who are pretty soft and, on the other side, they obviously don't like Trump for that reason, right? But as a man, for me, guess what? For me to actually get ahead in life, that there is what? Yes, keep throwing the mud at me. And if there's anyone that can give a role model or a testament to our lives, it's that, right? It's the amount of shit that he's gone through. So looking at this level through here, so that's the daily charts we looked at before. This is the weekly charts here, guys. What we can see here by looking at these weekly charts is this. I can see that is there a level through there? Where is that? Where are you? There, right? So what I can see is we've actually had a very nice upward trend. We have had a really nice move to the upside. So this is just a little short-term little pullback. And this is one of the really big things, guys, to keep an eye on for when we're looking at these markets, okay? When looking at the market, if the market has been going up but it's going down, ask yourself, is this a normal part of the trend, of a trend movement, in the market, or is it something different, right? Because guess what? In an upward trend, you get up, down, high, low, up, down, high, low, up, down, right? So as this market might be coming down through here, we may be getting a good pullback. One of the really big things is a lot of people think, the market's going down, the top's in. And because the foundations of how markets work is what? A trend is a series of higher lows. So the purpose of me saying that is that, look, if we look at the market right now, low, higher low, the market's rallying up. So even if we got what? This through here like this, through there, right? That was the last low through there, right? So we could get a drop down towards the 40,000 level and still be what? Still be going up, higher low, up but down, and then higher low again. See that through there? So this is one of the big things for you guys, right? To keep an eye on that weekly chart, because the weekly chart tells us, okay, we are getting a downward movement from here. Is this the top of the market, or is this the normal part of how markets operate? And if you can understand that one thing that I just told you just there, you're going to start to get a much more understanding of why we're getting a pullback right now in the first place. Why? Because it's just how markets work, right? It's how markets, after a period of going up, we go down to create a high low, and up and down. This is a trend. This is how markets operate. And so if we can understand that, then we go down to our daily charts, right? This is our daily charts right now here. And we're getting this drop through here right now on our daily charts. You would know by looking at, see what I did just there? I'm now looking at the daily charts, right? I'm looking at the daily charts now and I'm seeing this drop through here. But I'm saying, okay, what's really going on through here? Right? What is this really going on through here? And all I can see is if I'm actually looking at even these daily charts, I can see that was the last low and that was the last low through there, right? So as you can see, we've actually did what? What have we done so far? We've gone up, down, high, low, up, sideways, up, down, 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 down. We could actually, again, we could get a drop down through here. As long as we stay above this low through here, right? We could be getting what? There, and then guess what? And then bam, another ricochet rabbit, and then away we go again, right? Away we go through here. And let's see if we can go third time lucky. There we go, right? You see that through there, guys, right? So whenever you're trading the markets, okay, whenever you're trading the markets and you're getting involved with these markets, the number one thing that I'm always trying to do is like, okay, okay, what's going on right now? We're getting a bit of a drop through here. Okay, is this the top of the market? Again, understand how the markets work and understand trend analysis and how a trend is formed. So as this market's coming down through here, you're not going, oh my goodness, the top's in, the market's going to crash because it's going down, right? Yes, the short-term top is in, but it's just the market creating the trend of how markets operate. And this is where, again, if we go back to our weekly charts, like I showed you before, we can really get a good understanding of, okay, I see this here. Right? I see this here. I see, all right? I see this here, a little drop to the downside, right? So that's what's happening on the Dow Jones from there. If we go through to the Nasdaq, we can see what? So the Nasdaq, again, let's apply our analysis from here, from this here. And then, guys, in that free course, I actually walk you through the phase number 1 is about the biggest mistakes you're making right now. And phase number 2 is all about understanding how to really read the market properly. And I even go back to the 1950s. To show you what's happening in that trading course. But look at this level through here, right? So what do we do? Right now, we're going to look at the daily charts, okay? Low, higher low, and we're making a higher low through here, but we're sort of just going sideways, aren't we? We're really not doing much. Okay, so to get a good understanding of the big picture, always what? Go to the weekly charts. Always go to the weekly charts and then start to draw, and then, this is what I do, okay? So always go to the weekly charts. And then what I want to do right now is I want to start to draw over the major highs and major lows like a surfer, right? For you guys that surf, right? Leave a comment below. Just say, I'm a surfer dude, John, right? I'm not a surfer dude, but I like the beach. I'm a bodyboarder dude. Well, I don't really bodyboard a lot, but I tried the surf. Probably I didn't work out only because I went from like, I don't need the big board for surfing, right? I don't need the big board. I can just go straight to pro. And I bought a pro board, and no wonder I couldn't stand up, right? Probably some of you guys are doing the same thing. I don't need the learning or the education, stuff like that. I'm gonna do what the pros do right now. Okay. Anyway, so once again, let's do this analysis through here. Okay. Let's really go down this path of doing analysis through here, and then the market will tell us what's really going on through here. So again, big picture is what? We've got the moving average here, but let's actually, and this is what I like to do, guys. So I'm going to draw over the, let's actually do this here, right? Let's actually do a black, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a black, and I'm just going to draw over ever since the bottom through here. So I'm going from major high to low through there, up, there's the high through there, there's the low through there, there's a high through there, there's a low through there, there's a high through there, there's a low through there, there's a high through there, there's a low through there, and then now we're doing this here, right? So this is what I like to do. And so now what I've done is now I can step back and say, okay, cool. Now, what is the market actually telling me? So the first thing I do know is that as long as markets continue to make these major significant higher lows, the overall big boys are still in the buying mode from here, right? Even though we get what? Even though we get these periods of sideways movement. Now, this is the weekly chart, right? This is where like a lot of people get really stuck, guys, when it comes to their own trading. What is that? They get stuck to their own trading because they're focusing so much on the daily charts or the shorter time frame charts and not the bigger charts, not the longer term charts, right? And because the longer term charts give you a good clue what's going on. And then bam, we go back up again. We have this drop down through here. We have this drop, and then guess what we do? We create another higher low. And then it came up and we had this really big drop, but guess what happened? We just created another higher low here, right? And then bam, way we go back up. and now we created another higher low. So as long as the market continues to go up, down, higher, low, higher, as long as the lows are higher than each other, the big boys are still pushing the market up. But if we go down like this here and we break the low, we go higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. Oh, what is this now? This is now a lower low. That's your first warning sign to say the big boys are no longer in a buying mode. And now, yes, we could be now topping out overall. And then we could be getting, something like that. And then we really start the downward movement, okay? So always be looking at that. So the reason why I'm bringing this up through here is looking at the Nasdaq is, guess what? The Nasdaq is saying that even if the Nasdaq did start a downward leg from here, right? Let's just say we had a down week from here. This was a down week from here. And then we had another down week from here, right? And the Nasdaq, and let's say the Nasdaq did actually drop, say 5, even down to probably 7, 8% on the Nasdaq. Remember, the last significant low was right here. So as long as we could actually drop all the way down, we could actually have a 4 or 5% pullback and still be in a buying mode, right? This is just what? Part of a trend. And so you wouldn't want to be like, let me go short because the top's in. No, top's not in, right? Traders, okay? If you think about the foundations of, if you want to actually become a really good trader throughout you want to make good money this year and next year, how are you trading the markets? Are you trading reversal patterns, trying to capitalize on a profit here, a profit here, a profit here, and a profit here? Are you reversal, divergent setups, double tops, heads and shoulders? If you are, you're not going to capture a big profit by doing that, right? Where have been the big profits been? Where have the big profits been? With the trend, with the trend, with the trend, with the trend. So again, this is where some people's their foundations of how they're actually even approaching the market is completely wrong. So no wonder like most people don't have really good successful years, because guess what, guys? You need a good 20-30% of your trades to be these really big movers for you to have a big move in your account, right? Because not every single trade I take is a home run trade where I have a really big profit. But I want to put myself in the best position to where that if it does start to move, I can really capitalize on that big move, right? And the only way to do that is go with the trend, with the markets. Make sense? So many people are like divergence and setups and reversals and counter trends and pick tops and the tops in and you do that from a technical analysis point of view, but then you also do that from the debt bubble is going to explode, therefore it's going to stock market's going to crash and so stop. No. Right? No. Right? You're trying to be too smart. Every successful trader that I've met, including myself, I'm successful now, I wasn't for a long time, is what? You just understand that no one definitely knows when the top's going to be, but the market will start to give us some clues from here, right? And one of those clues is we start to break the low, okay? We start to break the low, and then that's where. So no one definitely knows the top's going to be in right now, but anyone right now saying the top's in right now, you have a 70% chance at bare minimum of being wrong. Why would you do something when you know that 70% of the time you're going to be wrong? Maybe even 80% of the time you're going to be wrong, right? Because every single time someone's tried to say the top's in, right? Every time you've been looking for the top, guess what? You've been wrong 100% of the time. But if you just say, you know what? No, the top's not in, not yet anyway, okay? So let's go look at the S&P 500. And let's go look at what's happening through here on a shorter term level. So on a shorter term level, bit of a flattening out process from here, right? Bit of a low, higher low. Market's gone up. Now we've gone a bit of a sideways movement from here, right? Bit of a sideways movement from here. And now we're just sort of just flattening out from here. So again, let's go to our weekly charts. The weekly chart really gives you a good gauge, guys, right? The weekly chart really gives you a good gauge on what is really going on with these markets from here, okay? So we can see this from here. And we also can see what? We can see that this was the last low from here. This was the last low, and then this was this was the low, and now this is the last small little low from here. So that means the Dow or the S&P can come down to all the way down to 5,400 and still be in an upward momentum, right? So if we do get a down week from this week from here, right? The market does start to go down from here. What is the overall momentum? Oh, the top's in, John. That's it. The market's going to crash. No. What did I say 2 minutes ago? But I guarantee you're still going to go to the market looking for double tops and heads and shoulders and divergence patterns, right? To try to capitalize on this small profit. Let me get in these heads and shoulder formations and double tops, and so I can capitalize on a small, so I can get in and make a small profit. Really? Well, I'm gonna look for trades that's likely to make a big profit. And then if 2 out of my 10 trades make a big profit, guess what? I beat person who's trying to go against the trade. Okay. So let's look at this here. So the market right now on the S&P 500, if we go say the six month chart, right now we are making low, high, low. We're going up, and we're just getting this small little sort of sideways movement from here. So I'm actually expecting pretty much not really much going on right now, right? When it comes to the actual stock market from here and what's going on from there. Let's go look at the actual Russell. And to me, guys, guess what? King Russell is in town. King Russell's in town. Why is King Russell in town? Because I'm telling you right now, right? Every single market, every single indice right now, if I go to this chart from here, right? Let's look at this chart here. See the high back here back in 2021, right? And then see this high back here? Notice the Russell hasn't even broken above that high. Look at this here. Dow Jones, way above those highs in 2021. And when we broke it, we had a very big move to the upside. Nasdaq, there's the highs in 2021. Bam, bam. A nice move to the upside. S&P 500, guess what? There's the highs in 2021. Not only did it break above it, but we're actually moving up. What's the Russell doing? We haven't even actually made the high yet. So once the Russell, I believe Russell's about to play catch up. Now, when I say about to, I don't know. It's not going to be like today. Today it's going to explode to the upside. 1,000% return in one day. Here we go. No. Overall, right, guys? Overall. When I say about to, I believe we've already started. Oh, but John, the market's not doing much. You guys are... Right. Okay. Class is in session for you guys, okay? If you want to make a really big profit out of the markets, big profits come from big trends. And big trends take time. Not one day or 1 week, or a couple of weeks. Generally over the course of a couple of months is when big trends form. And that's how you make a big profit from being in something for a couple of months. Not trying to jump in and jump out every single day looking for the more profit. No. Monkey brain. Stop. Right? So if I look at this actual, and if I go to the weekly charts here, and I show you this here from this perspective, what has the Russell been doing this whole time? Low, high, low, high, low. Same low, didn't break the low, and a higher low. Why is that important? And then look what the moving average has been doing, right? Moving average has been doing to the upside. So to me, guys, King Russell, even though we're getting a little bit of a drop through here, King Russell, I think King Russell's about to play some big catch up in the market. Alrighty, guys, so let's actually get into the actual gold and silver part of this through here. And one thing I really want you guys to understand when it comes to gold and silver is one of the really big mistakes I'm seeing you guys make is you're correlating everything. Right? First, it's like if the dollar does this, then gold's going to do this. Therefore the mining stocks are going to do this. Therefore, I'm going to go buy this mining stock. What the hell are you doing? Remember, guys, if you want to be a really good trader of the markets, a good trader has a plan that he follows every day. How the hell are you going to have a successful trading plan by following something like that? If the dollar goes up, or if the dollar goes down, then gold's going to go up. Therefore, the gold mining stocks are going to go up. Therefore, I'm going to go buy a Barrick Gold stock. You are a monkey brain. Stop it. What are you doing? Why are you making things so complicated? Right? And I'm telling you right now, guys, is that the most successful traders, they're traders because what? They don't do any of that shit. Tell me one really successful trader that does that. I remember talking about trading the markets, where you're looking for identifications, getting in, holding for a little bit, get out maybe for a few weeks, maybe for, do you know what I'm trying to say, right? That actually makes a good income throughout the year and has a really good year through trading. The successful traders, guess what? They just look for their patterns. But you guys are monkey brains right now, and you guys are trying to really overcomplicate it. Stop it. Like, okay, unless you like to really overcomplicate things, cause a lot of stress in your life, and lose money at the same time. Because that's what you're doing, right? Remember, traders, the successful trading, the thing to successful trading is having a foundational plan of how you're looking at the markets and trading the markets every single day. And guess what? Consistency. Every day is the same thing for me. It's nothing new. It's nothing like, oh, here we go. Today is a new day. Today's a new system. Today's a new trading setup. No, it's all the same thing, right? All the same thing. So the reason why I bring that up for you guys is that, I really want you guys to think about, if you're looking at gold and silver, in particular gold and silver, they are not correlated, right? They are not correlated, right? Look what's been happening ever since here, right? Through all of 2020, we went sideways, and we've actually just started the breakout now. Through 2021, we've just started the breakout now from what? This sideways movement from here. They are not correlated. So if gold goes up, therefore silver's going to go up. No, don't. Individual markets, right? Individual markets. Be sensible about the way you trade in the markets. Because you can see this, yes, we had this sideways, and now guess what? Now we're getting the breakout through here. We're just getting the breakout now after the sideways period. Let's go look at gold from here. Look, right? Gold went sideways through here. It just got the breakout here. Here we go. I got it, guys. We just got the breakout. So this is where this is here. This is where silver is right now. But guess what? Gold has already made this massive move to the upside. So they are not correlated, right? The purpose of me saying this is well, if gold goes up, therefore silver's going to go up. Or if gold goes down, then silver's probably going to go down. Really? No. Look at the facts, right? Look at the facts, guys. Be sensible about this thing, right? Don't have a blatant statement and say something to yourself because it's just well, gold and silver are separate markets. And if you actually look at the last 5 years, or going back since 2020, you can see right in front of your face that right now, right here, this point right here is where silver is right now. After doing nothing for a while, we're just starting to break out right now on silver. Is that what's happened with gold? No, gold's been an explosive move ever since the start of this year. Where if we go back to silver, what has silver been doing? This is silver sideways, and we're just starting to break out now. Right here. So traders, be smart about the way you're trading. Look at the facts. Look at the truth, right? Because if we look at the truth in the markets, guess what? We can make good decisions. Because the only way to get ahead in the markets is to actually see what's the truth of this, right? And especially and again, I've seen so many people who are going down this correlation trades. You are doing yourself a head in. If you want to keep losing money and make yourself miserable, then do that. And what I'm talking about is that so many people will say, well, the dollar's going to crash. The dollar's going to crash. And if the dollar crashes, right, this is the dollar here, dollar. And if the dollar crashes, therefore, there's a big correlation. If dollar crashes, therefore gold's gonna go up. And if the dollar goes up, therefore gold's gonna go down. Really? Gold, the dollar's been rising. Why has gold been rising as well too? Interesting, guys. Interesting. So for you guys that have been correlating trading, you've been getting your ass handed to you. Because dollar's been going up and gold's going up. Oh my goodness, right? This is an example of how some of you guys are taking a statement from someone else, right? And maybe someone who may be credible in the markets and saying, well, if the dollar goes up, it's going to put pressure on the metals. Silver and gold have been both gone up, especially the last few weeks. So look at the truth, guys. Look at the truth, right? So I wanted to share this with you here. To me, guys, silver is actually just breaking out right now. As you can see, silver was in this intense, really beautiful, nice sort of sideways range from here. We've just broken it out right now. So even if we do get a little bit short term on the downside with silver, we're still in a very big upward move. I'm expecting really big upward moves from there. If we actually go look at the actual gold market, then the gold market right now, what if the gold went down and the dollar went down at the same time? You guys are trying to correlate. You guys are really screwed, right? Because dollar's been going up and gold's been going up. But what if the dollar goes down for the next week and so does gold? You're like, this doesn't make any sense. It does make sense. They're not correlated all the time, right? So, and guess what? Guess what? For you guys are correlating trading, correlating trading, right? If this market does this and then that does that, I'm going to do this because that's going to happen. No, right? No, let's actually just be smart about the way we're approaching these markets, guys. Right? You little bumblebees in the chat box, right? You guys are little bumblebees. Do you actually want to make money from this? Right? I'm trying to show you the truth. This is not me. This is truth here. People say gold and silver are correlated. No, they're not. I just showed you the truth. Right? Silver's just starting to break out after it's going sideways. Gold has been an incredible bull market now for the last 5-6 months. Maybe silver's going to play catch up. Maybe gold's going to start to go down and silver's going to start to play catch up. That's possible. But if gold goes down, so will silver. Individual markets, guys. They're individual markets. They're not correlated, right? There's no correlation going on here, right? And especially if you guys go, and again, the biggest mistake I'm seeing here, if gold goes up, therefore gold mining stocks are going to go up. They're separate markets. If the gold goes to the moon, then GDX is going to go to the moon. Therefore, I'm going to go buy Newmont Mining, or I'm going to buy Barrick Gold because gold's going to go to the moon. Stop it. Right? Remember, traders, your consistency of these markets, right, is really, 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 really important when it comes to your trading and trading these markets from here. Right? Really, 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 really is important. If we go look at the fear and greed index when it comes to the gold and silver market here, guys, I'm telling you right now, this through here, we're getting a bit of a greed through here. So gold may have a little bit more upside, guys, out of this fear and greed index. But the really big picture here, guys, when it comes to gold, there is a massive gold is screaming warning sign right now. And if you guys think the market's just going to keep going up and up and up, you guys are delusional. If you're thinking that, you're delusional, right? Meaning we're going to go up with no pullbacks. The market's never going to pull back, John. Like, really? Come on. What sort of nonsense are you telling your brain? The market's going to keep going up because of, and then you insert a whole bunch of theories and stories. Let's actually zoom back here for the last 10 years and tell me when that's been the case. Yes, we may get some vertical moves, aka right now, but how has those vertical moves ended? Right? Vertical move. Look at this here. That happened there after this big move to the upside. Right, guys? So, guys, the thing is that the whole thing about what I'm doing right now, guys, for you, right, and I'm trying to share with you and coach you and teach you down the right path, because I want you to make money from trading. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of your thinking about these markets is flawed and not correct. And it's your thinking that is stopping you from actually doing really well out of trading, right? So we don't want to be going down that path where we're doing all this sort of stuff, which is not going to help you become a really good trader. Let's get to the truth so we can actually make money from trading. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you a bit of a stick, okay? You know the whole stick and carrot thing? All right, I'm giving you a bit of a stick right now. But I'm saying, hey, here's the carrot. You actually want to do really well? You want the carrot? All right, let's actually make sure our thinking is based on factual evidence, right? Because a lot of people's thinking is wrong. And therefore, because your thinking is wrong, your actions are going to be wrong and your results are going to be bad, right? Let's get to the truth about this thing so we can make informed decisions. And what is the truth about what I'm saying right now when it comes to gold and silver? Analyze them on individual markets. If you are a trader of the markets and you're trading the markets, this is not for investors, right? Investors buy, hold long-term. Who cares? Teddy bear, right? 4, 5, 6 years, 10 years, you buy, hold, you go through the swings up and down. But if you guys are trying to understand on more of a technical short-term level basis of what's really going on and what's probably going to come, big downside to come out of the gold and silver prices. So let's go look at now the good old Bitcoin market for you guys. Good old Bitcoin. And I really want to share this with you here because Bitcoin's actually starting to get in a bit of a buying mode right now, right? Really starting to get a bit of a buying mode from here. Low, high, low, and now we're getting this high, low from here, right? So Bitcoin's starting to really gain some momentum here. But the really big thing I'm noticing here on this weekly charts on Bitcoin is look at this here. We have been doing nothing for a very, 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 very long time through here, right? Nothing. And whenever the market does this through here, doesn't do nothing, it can have it has the chance of, whenever we do this sideways, look at it, see it's just holding through there. That tells me that now the Bitcoin market could be getting ready for a really, really, really big move to the upside. Really big move to the upside, right? And again, big move to the upside starts with, just understanding again, guys, overall, right? Overall, it's something that's really, really important. But because we've been doing nothing through here and we're starting to get this upward movement, we definitely do have a lot of support and resistance up around this sort of that high through there. So we really need to start to break above that high there and stay above that high. But if we can do that, then yes, we're probably likely to see a really big, incredible move when it comes to the Bitcoin market. Also, traders, what other thing I want to cover? I want to cover the oil market with you guys, because the oil market for me is one of those markets that I just see that is likely to have right now, guys. And again, anything is possible, okay? But looking at these markets as is, what's happening right now, we are holding here we're holding here on the upside here, just very, very slightly here. But one thing that's happening right now, if we go look at this real big picture here on the good old oil chart, because remember, guys, remember I said before, this is the daily chart here, right? If you're trying to analyze this daily chart, especially if you're looking at your indicators, throw those indicators out the windows, guys, like the stochastics, and see what I'm doing here. Every single thing I'm teaching you right now is coming from what? The market, right? And this is the big thing I want you guys. What do you think in the next 12 months, if you spend all your time focusing on MACD, RSI, stochastics, all that sort of stuff, and trying to read those, what is going to help you become a much better trader? You focusing on those, or you becoming a master of the main thing that actually, right? A derivative of the thing or the main thing? The derivative of the thing is the indicators. The main thing, right? Becoming a master at the main thing, which is what? The market, the chart, right? The chart itself. Become a master of that. Then you become a master trader, right? So this is where like my trading really started to take off when most of my updates, I guess what, or pretty much all my updates are what? Just looking at this level here with no indicators. Why am I doing this, right? No indicators because what? Because once you start to become a master at the market, the main thing we're actually trading and not the derivative of the thing, and put all your energy and focus to become a master of the market. And the stuff that I'm teaching you right now when it comes to trend analysis, what's happening right now, is it a pullback, is it a change in trend, all this sort of stuff, right? Then your trading will absolutely explode from here, right? It absolutely explode from here, okay? But look at this here. So this is the daily charts here. Remember I said before, right? And if you guys don't know, then always what you need to do is that you always need to go look at the weekly charts and then start to apply some analysis. And one thing I like to do is I like to say, okay, what's happening right now, where we are? And I say, okay, that's the low, that's the high, that's a low to high there, it's a low to high there, low to high, and we're doing this here right now. So if I'm analyzing the markets as is, right, I can see we have a high, a lower high, and a lower high. And one thing I can see is that right now, we are at a level of significant support and we're just going sideways. If indeed, that this oil price holds here, right? If indeed it does actually hold here, and we hold and we start to break our trend line here, right? On this 66 trend line right now. 66, there you go, guys. 666. If that does happen, guys, guess what? We are getting ready for a really, really, really big drop in the oil price.